Listen, nice to come away with the win there in that game. I thought a number of guys played their tails off, particularly there in the second half. Was not the start we wanted from our ones on really offense, defense, or special teams. It was a little bit disappointing to see how slow we started. Defensively, we didn't feel like we controlled the line of scrimmage very well. We gave up some explosive plays. We had some costly penalties, and we couldn't stop them when they got down there in the red zone. So that wasn't good on that side. Offensively, first two possessions was really sloppy football that has plugged us in and out of camp so far, and unfortunately, that's what we got here tonight. There was a number of things that we could have done a better job of. I felt Swifty come to life a little bit. I thought he was going to give us a spark. And then finally we were able to get a field goal. And then the 2-minute right before half, that was a good thing to see. We hadn't really had much success before halftime in the 2-minute drill. So was pleased to see that. Second half was really a different story. Guys came out, they played hard, but you have a block kick and things like that on teams, you don't feel good about. And then, for us to come away with the win there at the end was really remarkable. Some individual performances stood out. Daniel Hardy, I thought, was tremendous. Getting the sack fumble was huge for us, and that really changed the game. And then Jahdae Walker in particular there on that last drive was outstanding. So, we'll take a look here at the tape, and it's tough when it's the last time you're in the locker room with a 90-man roster, and it's coming right around the corner here. So we'll have some tough decisions to make. We'll open it up.
Why do you think that happened with the first-team offense, and what does that mean? You guys had made some momentum over the last week or so, it seemed like, and then this was... Yeah,
it is disappointing to me offensively for sure, because I thought that we'd kind of worked our way out of that. I'm still learning this group as well, because we said this is our first time on the road, and we were going to find out what type of road team we were going to be, and if the first quarter was really any indication, it's not good enough. So we got to get better in a hurry. Good news is, we'll be able to look at this tape and coach it up with our guys, and I think it's out of our system, hopefully, for us going into the regular season. But yeah, we got to make sure that we start faster on offense and on defense.
Was there something that led you to send Caleb back out there for the 2-minute drill, or were you planning to do that anyway?
Well, we had a number of snaps in mind, and we hadn't hit that threshold yet, so we were really sticking to our plan.
What were your thoughts on the third possession when you guys went down and got a field goal, and it looked like Caleb took a shot to roam there in the end zone?
Yeah. We were able to start moving the ball, and there's some opportunities that are mixed in. I don't necessarily love that decision based on the look I saw, but we'll have to see what that looked like on tape. I felt like there was a safety in the way. So, once again, that's part of us seeing things. We're learning. The good news is he made it a high back five, which we alluded to in the past, and so it was going to be us or nobody. But we just want him to keep working through his progression there on that one.
There was at least one play where Caleb held the ball for, it was like 5 seconds, I think.
Sounds like good protection.
And took a sack.
See.
How are you guys coming along in that as far as progressing through, being more decisive and not holding on to it too long, trying to make a play and then have a negative play?
Yeah, last week was a really good start for us. This week it wasn't quite the same. It didn't feel like so. Once again, we'll take a look at that, and we'll see what we need to address with it.
The fumble to start the game for the offense anyway. What did you see on that play? It looked like Zacchaeus was coming across.
Yeah, bad ball handling. Yeah. We walked through all the openers to start the game, and we didn't execute them very well.
How nice is it to see both of your quarterbacks execute the 2-minute drives like they did?
Yeah, that was a step in the right direction. Our defense had really, for the most part in training camp, had the upper hand on us. So to see them do it at a high level there and get us a couple touchdowns, that was huge.
How much of your full offense do you think you guys will be able to have ready for that opener, and how much will you have to maybe scale back based on some of the lack of progress you've seen?
Yeah. got to be able to execute it. And so, that's a decision we'll make. We got plenty of time here to really assess what's gone on over the last few weeks and what direction we need to go here for the opening game. And to be honest with you, we might have to ebb and flow a little bit after that opening game. Usually it'll take up until the bye week. I think it's placed at just the right time to really identify who we are and what we're going to be for the rest of the season.
You mentioned Swift. It seems like you guys are getting the running style that you need out of Swift. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Do you feel like
he's hitting it hard. He's decisive. I see him turn on the gas when he sees a little crease, and so he's dynamic and he is explosive. You feel that. I mean, he showed that again tonight, and so I felt, and what I appreciated, 3rd and 1, you could see him see a little bit and then turn on the gas and put his shoulders down to get us a first down. So, those are areas that we'll continue to harness out of him.
What's Tremaine's status?
He had a soft tissue injury, but nothing long term.
And Zay Frazier, was that practice?
It's still a personal issue. Yeah.
Is there any progress toward him being able to practice?
No.
What about Austin Booker?
Booker?
I don't think we got an update on
Booker's going to be out a few weeks.
And what's the injury there?
He had a knee.
Knee.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.